CPCA Siga Pro Tour makes its third stop of the season in Dewberry this weekend, and the racing got underway last night. 65-year-old Brian Laboucaine entered action fresh off his Little Pine win last weekend, while Shane Nolan was hoping to pad his lead in the CPCA standings. Let's take you to the track. Last year's Dewberry champion Vern Nolan going up against BJ Carey and the young gun Jamie Laboucaine in Heat 12. Around the barrels they go, and it looks like it's the 27-year-old Laboucaine who gets off to the quickest start, but as the drivers round the second turn, it's the Rapid View Rocket who pulls into the lead. Heading into turn number 3, it's all Nolan as he grabs the inside rail and opens up a wagon-and-a-half lead on the pack. Now, as they enter the final stretch, no one is catching the Rocket. He flies across the line for a 107.90, the quickest time of the night so far, with one heat left to go, and it featured that man at the top of the standings, Shane Nolan, up against a pair of veterans, Brian Laboucaine and Ray Mitzwing. And they're off. Coming out of the barrels, it's Nolan who grabs the inside rail and the early lead. Now they're rounding the third turn. It's Nolan opening up a wagon-length lead as Mitzwing and Laboucaine battle it out double wide behind him.
They make their way to the BWM Steel finish line, stride for stride, 3 wide. In the lead is Shane Nolan, the number 1 man with the number 1 spot on the track, but he has got company from Brian Laboucaine. Looks like Shane Nolan's going to get him by a horse length.
Nolan crosses the line first with a 108.94 after an exciting dash to finish off the night. Now taking a look at the top 5 times of the night, the Rapid View Rocket comes in with that 107.90, putting himself in good position to repeat as Dewberry champion. Lane Bremner continues his solid start to the year with a second place finish of 108.75, while third-year driver Chris Molly posted the third quickest time, just 1/10 of a second behind Bremner. Shane Nolan and Dave Galloway round out the top 5. Day 2 action gets underway at 6:30 tonight. The Xtreme were back on the floor this afternoon, looking to rebound from a loss in Fort Saskatchewan last weekend. The Lakeland bunch would be in for a tough test against the 1-8 Heat, but the good news for the Xtreme is they did play a close 7-5 game against the Heat already this season, and today's tilt was no different. Not much happened in the first, so pick it up in the second with the home side up 1-0 and on the power play. Cody Capel sends it over to captain Brandon Peterson. He rips it home to increase the lead. Just 48 seconds later, Braden Ludke circles the net and spots Capel alone in front. He makes no mistake. That is another power play marker, and it's 3-0. Peterson added his second of the game 15 seconds later to make it 3 goals in 1 minute and 3 seconds. 4-0 Xtreme, and they don't let up. Ryder Zeroni with a great individual effort, but he cannot get it by Colton Batke. Capel then took a 5-minute penalty for slashing, and the Heat cash in. Zeroni coughs up the ball, and Justin Hudinsky heads the other way. His low shot beats Kyle Boyer to make it 4-1. But what do you know, the Wheatland bunch respond 2 minutes later. Terex Fisher-Cobes comes out of the corner, and the sees part as he goes straight to the net. He beats Batke 5-hole to make it 5-1. It was 5-2 after 2, but the Xtreme had a defensive meltdown, letting the Heat light the lap 8 times. They lose 10-6. And we'll go to the Ball Diamond. The Northwest Prairie Pirates resume their Saskatchewan Premier Baseball schedule today with a doubleheader against the Saskatoon Cubs. The Double P entered play with a respectable 4-4 record through their first 8 games. And the Pirates' bats came alive on Saturday afternoon. They put 2 runs on the board in every inning except the 4th to cruise to a 10-0 win in the first half of the double dip. Rhett Fieser went a full 6 innings on the mound for the complete game shutout, picking up a ridiculous 13 strikeouts in the process. The 2 teams then hit the field for the second game at about 5 o'clock. It is currently 0-0 in the 3rd inning at last update. Now these 2 teams will also play a doubleheader here in the Border City tomorrow afternoon. The games go at noon and 2 p.m. over at Guest Field.